If you have ever had one of those days where you have screamed at the scales, thrown it across the room, opened the fridge and thrown all of that cabbage in the bin, then drop a comment down below and share your experiences with the community. So, alright, let's have a reality check and talk about those awful, horrible scales. I'm sure most of you have been like me. When you start afresh, knowing that you've done everything right that week, eating healthy, watching your calories, working out, staying hydrated, and being super disciplined, only to get to Sunday, hop on the scales and get nothing. Or even worse, it's gone up. What is that? It is so beyond frustrating, and literally, I don't know about you, but it throws all of my motivation right out the window. But you know, you're not alone in this. I think millions of us around the world have had the same frustrations and wondering why we even bother. So today let's just look at a couple of the reasons why the scales may not be your best friend and may not be telling you exactly what's going on inside your body, and maybe look at a few of the things that the scales aren't telling you about. When we think about scales, we think of it as something that we can use as a tool to track our weight loss. I actually have one of those BMI ones, which will actually tell me my water intake, muscle growth, as well as weight, which I find really, really handy if I've been working out and I just want to see if I am actually gaining muscle and reducing fat. This can also make it even more disappointing because there's even more numbers to mess with my poor little head. But as we know, scales don't always tell us everything that's going on. What we do know is that when we switch to a more healthy diet and undertake better eating habits, your body will actually go through some incredible changes. You might be reducing calories and improving your nutrition, but you may also, with an exercise plan, be starting to gain muscle. And as most of us know, muscle actually does weigh more than fat, so that it can kind of skew with the numbers on the scale and make us feel really frustrated, even though we are having some success. So even though a pound or a kilo of muscle is actually taking up less space in our bodies, it can actually show on the scales that our weight is going up. Though as muscle takes up less space, you may find that your clothes start to fit a lot better. They might feel looser and you might start to gain some shape where you never had some shape before. You might also look better and feel more healthier and stronger. Unfortunately, what can also happen though in the beginning is that when you have a layer of fat sitting over the muscle, you start to build the muscle, and until you actually lose the weight and the fat over the muscle, you can actually look bigger for a little while. This is one of my most hated things. I kind of got sick a few months ago and I kind of fell off the wagon a bit. I'm still walking every day, but I have got to get back into my exercise park weight training. When I was doing that, when I very first started, the first few months drove me crazy. I was working out like 5 days a week as well as walking, and my pants were getting tighter, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? It was actually all the work that I was doing on my ab muscles was actually growing the muscle. But you know what? I'm not going on a strict diet, and I've had 2 kids, so that tummy's never going to go away. I'll just deal. But of course, growing muscle does burn more calories and makes your body stronger, less prone to accidents, and helps to age-proof your body in the future. So it is definitely something that we should all be working on, and it does make you look better. Another annoying factor is water retention. My body fluctuates a lot with water retention, and there are a few reasons that your body weight could change dramatically with water. One is after a heavy workout, your body will hold on to all of the glucose and sugars in your body with the water, which will actually make you appear much heavier. This can also happen when we start increasing the fiber in our diet, because fiber actually blows up like a sponge, which is great for our bowel health. But unfortunately, the scale can again go up. And The big one that all of us women are aware of are those horrible hormone changes. I can literally put on like 1.5 kilos. Then I know it's getting pretty close to that time of the month. At the moment, I am premenopausal, and so there are days when my cycles are not tracking correctly and I feel like I am going to explode from my stomach. Like water retention, ridiculous. But it is something that I'm aware of that is happening, so I try to keep focusing on reality. Like, I know what I've been doing. I can't have put on 2 kilos in 4 days. I mean, really. I'm not in Bali on a free-for-all. Though, speaking of water, we know water is crucial to your body, and it is something that you will see me harping on about in all of my videos. I take water everywhere. I don't leave the house without water. I take water to bed. Actually, my house has got water bottles scattered everywhere, which is handy because wherever I go, there's a water bottle to drink. And of course, water is also amazing for your skin. If you are looking at having plump skin and trying to look younger, then hydration is one of the biggest things that you need to focus on. Another issue that most of us are aware of is that our body does not like cutting calories. We know about the caveman and how our bodies have not really caught up to the fact that we can pop down to the supermarket and buy food. So as soon as we cut calories, it thinks food is sparse, and it will actually stop you from losing weight, and it will hoard fat, particularly in women in our stomachs and our hips, because they think we're all having babies next week. No more babies. What some people don't understand is that often when we are dehydrated, our body will actually hold on to the small amounts of water in our body. So if you're dehydrated, that can actually make you heavier. So it is important to try to get as close to 1.5 litres to 2 litres of water a day. Just remember that about 80% of the time, those hunger pains is actually thirst. Have a glass of water and wait about 20 minutes and see if you are still hungry. If you are, then maybe just have a small handful of nuts and another glass of water. And I would say that 9 times out of 10, you will be fine until your next meal. That's just a red hot tip for today. Talking about hot, it is so hot under these lights. Not good for my skin. Realistically, overall, we do need to remember that the scales are just a number. It doesn't define your success or your self-worth. What really matters is how you feel, what your energy levels are like, and the positive changes that you feel in yourself and your body. We have to not worry about the scales. Yeah, I can almost believe that. Did you believe that? Almost convinced myself on that one. What really matters is how you feel, your energy levels, and the fact that you are making positive changes to your lifestyle. As hard as it is, you need to try to stay motivated. I have a video about trying to stay motivated up here. So thinking about motivation, we need to celebrate our non-scale victories, like having more stamina, sleeping better, feeling more confident in yourself, and simply enjoying life more. These are the true markers of progress. Now, speaking of non-scale victories, here are 8 things that your scale will never tell you. Remember, it's not your friend. It's not my friend. It might be your friend. These are the things that that evil, horrible scale will never ever tell you, and that you need to always remember. 1, how awesome you are. Every step that you take towards a healthier lifestyle is a testament to your dedication and your awesomeness. Number 2, how strong you are. Whether it's lifting weights, or feeling more capable in yourself, or simply feeling more capable in your daily activities, or simply just knowing that you are actually trying to commit to a better lifestyle for you. Your strength is a huge win for yourself, for your body and your future. Number 3, your scale will never tell you about the improvements in your relationship with food. Learning to nourish your body and fuel your body correctly, instead of just feeding it, is a really big deal and something you should be very proud of. And unless you own one of these BMI scales like I do, and I don't know how completely accurate they are, what the scales won't tell you is how much muscle that you have gained. Those muscles are proof of your hard work, dedication, and persistence. Another thing that you can't judge by stepping on a scale is how much more energy that you have since making your lifestyle choices. Feeling happier and more energetic and having a more uplifted mood is a clear sign that your body is enjoying your new habits. Another thing to consider is your mindset. Your scale's never going to see changes to your mindset. Habits are something that we need to get into in order to make long-term changes. 43% of the things that we do every day are out of habit. If you want to improve your lifestyle and your food and your diet, then you need to make small things a part of your everyday habits. I have a video about that too on my channel if you want to check it out. You're going to be stuck here all day. Number 7 is how much more confident you feel. Confidence comes from feeling good in your own skin and knowing that you're making positive changes. So it's something to be proud of. And number 8 is the thing that we get really cranky about the most. The scales never tell us that they understand how consistent we've been and how much effort that you've put in. The sacrifices that you've made. I said no to that cake. I said no to that garlic bread. I went walking when it was cold, it was dark, I didn't feel well. Do the scales care about that? Overall, consistency and effort are the key. And you need to be proud of your dedication in every single time that you make a simple change or a simple amount of effort in your day. We don't have to be 100% perfect all the time. Remember, despite the frustrations, you need to stay focused. Focus on eating nutritional food, staying active, and being kind to yourself. We don't always have to put in 100% every single day. Don't beat yourself up if you fall off the wagon for a day. Even if you go out and exercise and you said you were doing half an hour and you only do 6 minutes. 20%, 10% is better than 0. Every small bit adds up. If you keep consistent and you just start every day as a new day, the results will come. Nothing happens overnight. Personally, I have been dealing with the love-hate body relationship my whole entire life. I finally got to a point where I have basically given up. Not given up on trying to maintain a somewhat healthy lifestyle, but more so trying to find a balance. I want to live. What I do now is try to focus on moving every day and making one better choice every day. Just small things. If I want a glass of wine on a Friday night, then I'm eating well all of that day. If my daughters have made beautiful cookies and I want pizza that night, I'm sorry, I'm not having the cookie. It's about balance. Overall, I like my wine and my pizza way too much to ever hit my ideal body weight. There are many, many reasons I will never be a supermodel. Spring onion dip and rice crackers are one of them. But what I do commit to, as I said, is making small lifestyle choices every day, and I do make sure that 99% of the time I move every day. I make every effort to get as close as I can to my 10,000 steps, rain, hail or shine. I've done it hungover, I have done it with a cold, I have done it in a thunderstorm, I've been swooped by bats, chased by snakes. I still do it. My Fitbit gets cranky when I don't. What I have found about leading the lifestyle that I do of trying to find a balance is that I am actually able to maintain my weight. Yes, I'd like to drop 5 to 10 kilos. That's that in pounds. But realistically, I've got to a point where I want to live a long, healthy life, but I also want to have some sort of fun and enjoy my life as well. So I try to keep up my 10,000 steps every day. I have a video on that as well. Surprise! Just remember that every single step that you take on a journey towards a healthier and better you is already a great success. We should all be investing in ourselves. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon.